Hello YouTube, it's your boy Nathan coming to you to do another recap video. Today we are talking Married at First Sight, Decision Day in Boston. So for our final four couples in Boston, this was decision day for San Diego, and it did not disappoint. I predicted everything that basically happened. I think I got one wrong, but I think I got it right. So I decided not to do recaps until decision day because like prior to that was the couple was just preparing for decision day. So I decided just to wait until decision day to do the recap. So yeah, we're gonna get started. We're gonna start with Stasha and Nate. So we all know their storyline. You know, they had some moving fast, moving slow, not in love, not in love. That was their storyline. So decision day comes, both of them decide to stay married. I kind of predicted that since they got tattoos of each other and Sasha changed her last name. So I am happy because Sasha and Nate were my favorite couple. And I'm glad they decided to stay married. So kudos to them. Next up was Alexis and Justin. Now, Alexis and Justin, you know, they had an up and down relationship throughout the whole season. Pardon me. Yeah, Alexis and Justin, they had an up and down relationship throughout the whole season, and they I couldn't get them. Alexis is, Justin's storyline that he was too sensitive. Alexis is a little too aggressive. It really didn't mesh well, and then the dog incident really didn't help. So yeah, Alexis and Justin, I had predicted that they would get divorced. I knew Justin would say yes and Alexis would say no. But they decided they both said yes on decision day. They both said yes on decision day to stay married, and I was kind of surprised about that. But right after they said yes, they get into a big argument about quitting and timing and the process and everything. Alexis said that, even though I said yes, I need time to process it. And, Justin got in his head and was like, I hope you're not quitting on me. And then it just turned into a big, big argument about it. And it was ridiculous. And it really got petty because right after they say yes, and then they get into that argument, and then they just say, screw it, we're getting divorced. And Justin's all upset, and Alexis just made him out to be some kind of bad person. So yeah, it was really petty. It could have been done in private, and I mean I really don't know where they stand, but their storyline was just like I said, the ups and the downs, his sensitivity, her aggressiveness, her wanting to be the wild child and everything. And I just, how I thought they were going to get divorced, but I didn't expect it to be like that. I think this was the first they say yes, and then immediately after they get off with Pastor Cal and Dr. Pepper, they get into a fight, and now she changes her mind. And it was just ridiculous. So it was whatever with that. And I think they ought to be. It's just like I'm more mad at Alexis than I am Justin, because I feel like she overreacted and she really led him on. I feel like she led him on at this point. So yeah, the next couple was Lindy and Miguel. Lindy and Miguel, their storyline, was like Lindy's outburst, Miguel not liking it, but their storyline was also taking his last name, putting her on his insurance, whatever. Whatever. They Lindy and Miguel, they decided to stay married. So I'm happy for them. Miguel had read out this nice little long speech on his decision and how Lindy makes him feel and stuff. It was very, very romantic. And I thought that was really, really cool. Really cool about that. So I really hope Lindy and Miguel make it. Here's what I predicted. I predicted Lindy and Miguel would say yes, but I don't know if they're going to make it by the reunion show. And I still stand by that. I don't know how the reunion is going to be next week, but I still have a gut feeling that Lindy and Miguel will not be together by reunion. I think Sasha and Nate will, but I don't think Lindy and Miguel will. And last but not least, it was Kristen and Mitch. So this was a tricky one. Kristen and Mitch actually decided to get divorced. Now, Mitch is, last week I thought that they were going to say yes. They were like really preparing to say yes, how they were acting last week and how they were talking. But once again, Mitch got in his head. He's still not fully attracted to Kristen. He loves her, wants the best for her, but he feels that he can't give her what she really wants out of a marriage. And Kristen likes Mitch and she loves him, but she deserves to be with somebody that wants to be with her. So yeah. And after they said no on decision day, they walked off still holding hands and holding each other. There was no bad blood until they got back into their apartment where they cleaned up, and they got it. Well, actually, no. It actually started when all the cast members actually met up and let everybody know about their decision. And Mitch was being really wishy-washy around like his reasoning behind it, and it really irritated the other cast members and everything. And Kristen wanted to leave the door open, possible of them getting back together in the future, but with him acting all wishy-washy around the other cast members, she changed her mind. It's like, every door is just now closed. And then she said, when they went back to the apartment, Mitch got a little bit of an attitude with her, and then he was just like, I'm tired of everyone thinking I'm this bad person, this and that. And once again, it didn't come out right. And Kristen was just had enough, and she was like, you know what? She took off her ring. She's like, Mitch asked her, do you want these K and M mugs that we got? And she was like, nope. And she just left. And I'm proud of Kristen. Like, she stood up for herself. I give Kristen the MVP this season because she dealt with a lot this season. She really did, and had to put up with Mitch's nonsense. So she was just like, the decision for us to get divorced was right. So I kind of feel bad. I feel bad because I thought all four couples really were going to say yes on decision day, and I was surprised that 3 out of the 4 did. But I was really upset about Mitch and Kristen. I really thought they were going to pull through, but I think Kristen deserves better. And we seen Morgan and Ben return. They already got divorced a couple weeks ago. Apparently, Ben and Morgan were working out at the same gym unintentionally. They saw each other and they just threw up the peace signs, and that was it. So there's still a lot of cold blood between Morgan and Ben. I feel like Morgan really overreacted to Ben's what he was doing and stuff. But I mean, that's what it is. I feel like he's too good for her. She could claim that she's too good for him, but he's really too good for her. I mean, sorry, that's just my opinion. But so yeah, Stasha and Nate, Lindy and Miguel are still married. We'll see what happens on reunion. Alexis and Justin, they said yes, but now they said no. They're all over the place. And Kristen and Mitch said no. So anyway, I'm kind of sad that this season is over. I mean, I thought it was a really cool season. They got to go to the West Coast, and it was a nicer cast than last season in Boston. Boston was just so aggressive. This was like a nicer tone of classy people here in San Diego. So I'm kind of sad that the season's ended. I know Married at First Sight season 16 will be in Nashville coming in January, and we saw a little preview of it last night. It looks like it might be Boston Part 2. It looks like they said it's going to be an explosive season, so I'm like, oh, here we go again. So, yeah. So, next week is the reunion for San Diego. Judging by the previews, it looks intense. It looks like Nate and Justin, who are good friends, are going to get into it. And as we saw, like Kevin Frazier getting up, trying to have to go separate them, So I'm curious to see what happened that got Nate and Justin against each other, So I can't wait to see how the reunion goes, but it's going to be intense. So anyway, guys, that's a little quick recap for Married at First Sight San Diego Decision Day. Please like and subscribe to my channel. I'll be back on Sunday, Monday to do 90 Day Happily Ever After. And be sure to watch me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great day.